I believe that we're headed towards basically a fully automated impersonal world where people are self-isolating and self-selecting out of like communication the way that I grew up. So in order to stand out in that kind of world, I think you need to do the exact opposite of what everybody else is doing. So nobody's writing handwritten letters. Well, I'm writing handwritten letters again. Nobody's dropping by offices in person. I'm dropping by offices in person. I'm going to do all the things that basically prove that I'm a human and that I'm not AI and that I'm not auto generated, that I'm real, basically. So when everything is moving towards this direction of efficiency gains, do this at scale, do that at scale, I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to start doing things that don't scale at all. And I think that that's what will stand out. And, perfect example of this, you talk about a channel, the referral channel is this way. And I've been talking about this for 2 years now. So for 2 years, I've been telling people that the phone is in trouble and email is in trouble. And what works is peer-to-peer referrals, right? I know Jason. This is true, by the way. I didn't know Kayla. I've never talked to her before until this call. But Jason knows us both, presumably friends, trust, there's like mutual trust with her and me. So I might go to Jason and say, hey, man, I'm trying to get a hold of Kayla, not very successfully. Do you know her well enough to make an intro? Here's a little bit about the problem that she might have and how we solve it over here. And he might say, yeah, all right, I know her pretty good. I know Scott. I trust Scott. Let me see if Kayla's interested. So now he sends a message to Kayla and says, hey, I don't know if you have this problem or not, but if you do, you might want to talk to Scott. I can vouch for him. Good dude, good product. He won't waste your time. Don't take the meeting just for the hell of it. Only take it if, you have this problem or not. And then Kayla will say, oh, I trust Jason. I do actually kind of have this problem. Sure. Yep. I'll take the meeting. Those meetings close at a far higher clip with a faster sales cycle. They typically have a higher ACV and they are less problematic for customer success teams to deal with. They submit less tickets. So they're happier customers with a longer LTV. People have ignored this channel historically beyond early stage founders going to their VCs who gave them their first check and saying, hey, can you introduce me to a customer or two? That's about all people have done. Or they put together this referral program that is very passive and almost latent and inactive. So ZoomInfo has a referral program, for example. So I'll pick on Kayla for a second. I signed up for the referral program, but it's very passive, meaning they don't come to me ever. They wait for me to send things their way. That's a mistake. What I would do if I was Kayla and I wanted to blow this channel up, okay, and create about $40 million in pipeline in 2025, is I would rejigger it. I would sign up 100 versions of Jason and Scott who have big networks, who are well connected, who probably know lots of their buyers. And every 2 weeks, I'd send them a little list of 50 to 100 prospects that they're trying to get a hold of. And I'd say, hey, Scott, do you know any of these people? Hey, Jason, do you know any of these people? And I would proactively seek out these referrals. Right. And I did this math with Jason yesterday. If you got $100,000 ACV, people like me and Jason probably know about 5% of Kayla's prospects well enough to text right now and make those introductions happen. Right. So between myself, I could probably open up about $400,000 in pipeline. Jason can open up another 400. That's 800K. That's 2 people. If you did that across 100 people, that's $40 million of pipeline on $100,000 ACV. Even if your close rate is trash, even if you close at even 25%, that's $10 million in ARR that Kayla adds next year through this referral program. But people don't do this, and I don't understand why. And so you talk about like things that maybe don't scale. There's no way to programmatically like automate this type of work. That's why people don't do it. And so what's going to win are people who spend the time doing things like this rather than spending the time trying to write the perfect email sequence or the perfect fucking subject line, right? That stuff's not going to work. It's the stuff that historically doesn't scale that will work.